Don't you think there's something missing?
Where are the babes?
There are no space babes in Starfield, at least not yet. Hey audience, VatiWah here, and welcome to Starfield Mods Space Babes Edition. Now, since we are in the early stages of modding, we will be showcasing mods that will help facilitate us on the hunt for some space babes. As they say, where the hose at? We have ship skip, instant station docking, and more, and all the time that we are about to save can instead be used for space babe hunting. So imagine this, you have a very long ship, pretty long, very long, it takes a while to get to the cockpit, and then you gotta go to the pilot animation, the liftoff sequence, the loading screen to even get to orbit before you can, grav drive to anywhere, and then you gotta do a series of other stuff, more sequences and whatnot. Yeah, it takes about a minute to even get to orbit. So this mod removes the takeoff and landing sequences so you can go right to where you want to go. Now, it's a little bit jarring and unnatural at times, but after visiting the 50th planet or moon, this is welcoming. This also works for docking sequences, so instead of having a dramatic interstellar cutscene, we get right into business. Surrender your space babes and you will not be harmed. You have 10 seconds. Oh boy. Now with the ship skip mod, we immediately get the docking menu even before we connect to the space station, so yeah, saves time. But anyways, yeah, all these seconds adds up, and you know what? What else takes up a lot of time? Inventory. We have StarUI Inventory, and it improves the look and functionality of all things related to inventory. Okay, so the StarUI Inventory mod makes everything much more compact while delivering as much or more information, and it's customizable. So right here, it makes looking for items way faster. For example, in the aid category, we don't have to scroll down as much to find what we want, especially if it's at the bottom of the list. And we can also click on the scroll bar and drag it way more easily because it's bigger. You can, by the way, change the size of that scroll bar. Yes, very, very useful, especially if we're gonna have a lot of skimpy outfits in the future. Now, if there are a lot of stuff on the list that might block the item model from view, but it's no big deal. So this inventory change is applied to merchants, lockers, and pretty much anything related to inventories. Now, there are some functions that can be quite useful, like for example, you can buy and sell everything from a category to the merchant. So right here, I bought all the aid items with one push of a button at the top, and then I can sell all of my aid back. Just one click of a button. That sound. I can sell everything, but it will automatically stop if the merchant doesn't have enough credit to pay you. The StarUI Inventory can be customized to your liking by changing some values in the StarUI Inventory INI. So for example, you can change the font size, the font type, what is shown on the item info, and even show the item ID, which is useful for some people like me. I spawn in lots of stuff while making mod videos, so this is a little bit useful. Now the StarUI item, the inventory, I think all it needs to make this perfect is a basic search function. Ooh, yes. Now aside from time, we need to be able to see the space babes in the best light possible. We have quantum reshade, and we can clearly see that now the ugly is gone from the game. Well, sort of, a little bit. Now this reshade removes the fuzziness to make everything sharper, and most importantly, this is a very important change. It removes the ugly yellowish green tint that is on everything. It ruins it. It's like putting vomit and boogers everywhere. Most reshades that I noticed that are available right now kind of removes one or both of these things, the fuzziness or the greenish yellow tint. Now, I have used reshades in other games like in Resident Evil, and since there are no EMBs yet for Starfield, reshades is pretty much the next best thing. So either way, it looks great, and I wonder why Bethesda even adds such ugly effects in Starfield. Ugh. And speaking of ugly NPCs, most NPCs in Starfield are, well, ugly or at best basic. In fact, we are the space babes currently. Okay, let's see what's underneath our spacesuits, shall we? We have NSFW, Naked Starfield Wanderers, and this is pretty much one of the first nude mods for Starfield. Yes, pretty much. The mod retextures the underwear that your character uses and wears. It works for all skin tones from light skin complexion to dark skin complexion, which is a popular term on Row 34. But anyways, now because this is YouTube, I can't really go too deep into analysis of this mod. What you see here is what you see, right? I will be showing this Naked Starfield Wanderer mod in better detail in my NSFW version of this video, if you guys know what I mean, for for my Patreon supporters. Yes indeed. Oh yeah. Thank goodness it doesn't work for those NPCs in New Atlantis. So I was trying it on these fatter ladies, these older ladies, and when I type unequip all, this is what we get. Sorry, YouTube kinda sucks, and Cornhub and Xvideos surprisingly doesn't like certain mod videos for stupid reasons like tentacles or non-consensual. I mean, come on. But honestly, just go check it out at the mod page if you are super curious and you just want to see it. Now, links for the mod and every mod that is in this video is in the video description below. Now, some news before we end this video. So for the last 2 months leading up to Starfield, I was trying to learn some how to do those fancy Blender Rule 34 animations. You know, the ones with a lot of times it has Overwatch characters or whatever. I've done a few animations for that, and well, they could be found on my Twitter and my Patreon. But here's a frame from that I made kind of safe for work for YouTube, just for YouTube. Ah, yes, Tifa and those Dead or Alive girls. Now, I've also made my NSFW versions of my mod reviews cheaper on Patreon, at least until there are a lot more NSFW mods to be featured. Yes, indeed. I can't wait for that. Now, thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. I hope there will be some super awesome Lover's Lap type mods in the near future for us to partake in, if you guys know what I mean. By the way, name one mod that you would like to see in Starfield. Let us know in the comment section below. Yes, you know I will reply to pretty much every comment. Well then, stay skimpy, my friends. Stay skimpy.